Glenn Beck has a brilliant theory on the election here that he wants to share with us. He's going to tell us who President Obama supports and why, and he's also going to give us a breakdown of what Hillary Clinton really thinks and where she is on the spectrum and where Bernie is and where he is on the spectrum. Let's watch.
But I don't think that Hillary Clinton is the ideologue, much bigger ideologue than her husband, Bill. But she's not the ideologue of Barack Obama. I don't believe she's a Marxist. She may be a socialist, but she's not a Marxist. And I think progressives think there's a difference between the two. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't. She is not somebody who wants to fundamentally transform the United States of America. She's a Marxist, and she's also in it for the graft and everything.
She's had to talk that way during this campaign because she's up against a Marxist.
Right. But I don't think she is a Marxist.
She may not be one.
Okay. Yeah. And listen to you. She may not be one.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
She isn't.
Okay,
she may not be.
She may not be. She did, she loved Saul Alinsky, so who knows?
Oh, yeah.
But I think she's more into the power and to the money for her and her friends. Okay? She's just dirty. She's just dirty. Why is Bernie Sanders still staying in this race?
I'd like to say he believes in America.
And who benefits?
Please.
And who benefits? There's no
believes
way
in Norway.
There's no way for him to win. There's no way for him to win.
Yeah. He might think he can at the convention.
Right. And who benefits if Hillary Clinton is going to jail or it looks like she's going to have real problems? You can't give her the nomination. Who benefits there?
Bernie.
In theory, Bernie could benefit.
I think you could make a case, a bad case, but I think you could make a case that he's looking for an ideologue to replace him. He's done all of his work. He's done the work of bringing this country to the brink of Marxism. Mm-hmm. And he's not going to have it flushed away by Hillary Clinton.
Now here you have a 74-year-old socialist to maybe finish the job you started.
Finish the job. Put him and Elizabeth Warren on the ticket.
You know what he's saying, right? He's saying that President Obama allowed the release of the Inspector General's report on the State Department and Hillary's email because he wants to tank her campaign because she's not liberal enough. So he's trying to bring her down with the email scandal because he wants Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren to swoop in and finish his grand Marxist plot. I'm not sure I've ever seen a less accurate theory in political history. Okay, first of all, dude, Obama has all but endorsed Hillary Clinton already. I mean, in various interviews, he's kind of, said, we need to continue our legacy and what we do. And just because people take money does not mean they are sellouts by definition and blah, blah. Like, he's dropped so many hints that he supports Hillary Clinton. So you're just wrong that he doesn't support Hillary. But they think that he doesn't support Hillary because of the release of this report. Obama had no control over that report. The report on Hillary's emails. He doesn't have personal control over that. But in their mind, it's like, ooh, the big nefarious government. Obama's pulling all the strings. No, believe me, if they felt like they could, get rid of that report, quash that report, they would do it. But they can't. They can't do it. The head of the FBI is investigating them. The head of the FBI is a Republican. Or the FBI, I should say, is investigating Hillary, not Obama. But in his mind, he really thinks Obama supports Bernie and Elizabeth Warren, and he supports Marxism. I'm always fascinated and amazed by the fact that so many right-wing pundits, they've been doing what they're doing for years now. I mean, O'Reilly's been there for decades now on Fox News. They still don't know basic political and economic definitions. And they don't care to learn it because all they do is go out there and do propaganda. So if you get things terribly wrong, they don't care. And the people listening in the audience, they don't have political science degrees, so they don't care either. Dude, Marxism, communism, you're talking about state control, central command of everything. In no way do any people on the Democratic side support that. For fuck's sake, Hillary is basically an old school Republican. She's center-right, pro-establishment, pro-corporate. He's right about one thing, that she's in it for the narcissism and the money, that's for sure. But in terms of where she falls on the spectrum, she's where, Richard Nixon is. For fuck's sake, how do you not get this? Bernie Sanders a Marxist? Bernie Sanders has said repeatedly, I'm not even a socialist. I'm a democratic socialist, which basically, for those who don't know, in political science terminology and definitions, that basically means that he believes in a hybrid system of capitalism and socialism, like we already have right now, but he just wants to add certain more things, check off a few more boxes for the socialist side. So, for example, healthcare, college. These are things where he goes, okay, that the government should be more involved. But in no way does he want the government to come in and take over your furniture factory. He's not in any way a Marxist. And Obama, they think Obama's a Marxist. Guys, under President Obama, the private sector has grown by over 12 million jobs. The private sector, that's capitalism. The capitalist sector has grown by 12 million jobs. There's been a net cut of hundreds of thousands of government jobs under Obama. That is the opposite of Marxism. As Bill Maher said, if he's a Marxist, he's the world's worst one. Or even if he's a socialist, he's the world's worst one. Because he is. The stock market doubled in size since he's taken office. The deficit has been cut from $1.4 trillion under Bush to about $500 billion today. All these are things that Republicans say are their goals. These are things they should love. But no, he's a Marxist. He's a Marxist. He prefers Bernie and Elizabeth Warren, even though he hates them because they're way more progressive than he is. And Hillary just isn't left-wing enough for President Obama. I'm not sure I've ever heard a Glenn Beck theory that's been accurate.